Today in the crypto space, we see the market kind of going sideways. Bitcoin right around that $67,000 level, and Ethereum slightly below that $3,300 mark, down approximately 6%. While the rest of the crypto space, the altcoins are a mix of green and red. However, guys, there are a few dips to be bought. For example, Dogwoof Hat, Notcoin, Bonk, and a few others. In today's video, I want to talk about the general market. I want to use Bitcoin as a leading indicator, but more importantly, I want to talk about one altcoin that has retraced significantly, and currently it's kind of going sideways, looking for that rounded bottom, and that project is called Joystream. So you know what, let's talk about the news, let's analyze the charts, and let's strategize to capitalize. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike, and let's get right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. On the channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the altcoins, looking for opportunities. Whether we go up or down, bearish or bullish, it doesn't matter. All we want to do is stay one step ahead of the market so that we can capitalize on any of the volatility. And if you appreciate the strategy, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, including the live streams at 7:30 Eastern, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Guys, if you have any projects that you want me to cover here on the channel, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. You can hit me up on the socials. The links are in the description. Better yet, guys, join the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. All right, guys, let's begin. Let's see what's going on here with this general market. We'll scrape through the top 100. Look at the overall market cap rising slightly as the trading volume dips down. Now, as we get into the beginning of the week, usually we see an increase in volume, which is what we're seeing, but no structural change in the sense that we're still seeing lower lows and lower highs on trading volume. Market participation is not really here, unfortunately. We do see the market cap rising, which is healthy, but with this divergence in play with regards to market cap versus its volume, it's not a good look. So be careful out there as Bitcoin reaches the previous highs. We need a breakout. We need a change of character of the volume. We need to see some market participation and some capital flow into Bitcoin to break its highs, which is right around that $70,000 mark, which we almost hit. We kind of hit here, and we do see it kind of get rejected back down to 67,750, give or take. So, you know, double tops or, you know, higher highs on the price action, as long as we're not getting bearish divergence here on lower time frames, we're still looking good. Obviously, we'll take a look at the Bitcoin chart in a second. Ethereum kind of going sideways. We see a lot of the market kind of going sideways still, to be honest, guys. So be very patient on this reversal to the upside. We do see a Bitcoin Cash showing strength, 12% up, which is great. We see wrapped Bitcoin looking pretty good, but everything else in between, as you can see, is kind of going sideways. Litecoin doing well. The Bitcoin narrative, or the Bitcoin, you know, basically forks of Bitcoin, are looking pretty good. Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash doing pretty good here. Kaspa showing a bit of strength still, making those higher highs and higher lows, still within trend to the upside, really looking good. Is it going to finally get its breakout out of that cup and handle that we've been analyzing here on the channel for the last little while? It could be that it happens, guys. Pay attention for when we see some bullish momentum back into the market. We could see Kaspa breakout finally. As we keep on going down through this top 100, we do see a bit of whipsaw here on Monero, straight up, straight down, and straight up price action. Whipsaw price action gets the bears and the bulls wrecked, so be careful there. Going sideways throughout the market is the name of the game. As you can see, not much you know, clear direction. There's some randoms like White Bitcoin doing pretty good. We have Aave doing pretty good. Pith Network grinding to the upside slowly, although in the short term it's not really doing much, but at least it's slowly grinding up, now consolidating, maybe looking for another leg to the upside, and the list goes on, guys. The list goes on. We're kind of, you know, stagnant here. Nothing really crazy with regards to bullish momentum. And again, a Bitcoin BSV doing good. You know, another pop to the upside. The Bitcoin narrative could be waking up here in the next little while, but as of yet, we see that the market in general is kind of sideways to basically sideways and a bit slumpy to the downside. All right, guys, today we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, and of course we're also going to be focusing on Joystream. Let's get right into the charts, because I know you're here to talk about price action. And as we see, Bitcoin at the current moment is testing the previous highs on the diagonal, in the sense that we've made a lower high before, and currently the market is believing that we could make another lower high, respecting diagonal trend. Now, all of a sudden, we do see the potential for a rollover, as we do see a bit of divergence flowing in here on the daily and potentially even here on the lower time frames. Let's take a look at this in a little bit more detail, and then we'll jump into the Joystream chart to see if we can get some confluence here with regards to Bitcoin as a leading indicator, and to see what Joystream could be doing in the immediate short term. As you can see, we've been making higher highs on the price action, and if you look at the momentum, you can see that we're kind of slumpy here. We're making lower highs, not really good look, rolling over. Volatility looks like it wants to push down to get oversold. It's not a good look. We do have the expansion forming. You can see the green phase in the background, the green shadow forming and getting strong right to the upside. It could happen, but what about if we get a short-term dip in the meantime, and then we go up for that higher high eventually? That could be very possible. We already got the change of character on the price. If you can see what's happening here, the change of character, higher highs, this higher high right here in comparison to this high. Now, what about a stronger back test, a proper back test on the breakout, and then a continuation to the upside? Guys, that would be absolutely epic. I think there would be a viable option to be deploying capital into altcoins, into many other projects, but it doesn't have to happen here, guys. To be honest, it doesn't have to happen. What I would be prepared for is, if it does happen, to have some capital on the side, some dry powder ready to deploy in some of the dips. But really, at this moment, if you happen to get into fresh longs prior, meaning down here, across the market, altcoins, Bitcoin, whatever the case may be, I think your entries were good. Now, if we do get a proper back test, that's your second opportunity to get in. And we do see that the 4-hour could be giving us that signal. Let's see if it got oversold. It didn't get oversold yet. We did get a double top here on a higher high, which means Class B bearish divergence, and the volatility is pushing down. So we could get that back test, guys. We could finally get the 4-hour proper back test on Bitcoin. I know some of the altcoins already got their 4-hour back test and already came down to lower levels to confirm. But what about Bitcoin? It didn't really do that. All it did is got that wick. It got bought up so quick that it made that higher high, a few wicks on the top, and then finally maybe we start rolling over properly to get down to about 63. Now, if that happens, guys, great opportunity, especially if we see signs of support, and we can see that might be classified as a sort of reversal pattern or continuation pattern, as it could form a bit of a cup and handle right into this level. Consolidation here would be good, and then break to the upside as a bull flag to the upside. Pretty good here on Bitcoin. I think we need to just let Bitcoin do its thing, let the trade come to us. No real structure, no real main moves here on the daily. The 4-hour a little bit, but I think right now we should be focusing on the altcoin. So let's jump right into Joystream. Guys, at the end of the day, Joystream hasn't been looking the strongest with regards to price action. Fundamentals, decent. Right? They're looking for EVM compatibility. Their CRT tokens are, full-fledged came out, and they're coming up with an exchange, the ability to basically interact with these tokens and exchange these tokens amongst the community, which is really, really good. So there's a bit of an update there with regards to Joystream, and they're continuously developing, and the DAO is continuously getting feedback from, the community to implement new features and so on and so forth. So I'm seeing some good stuff there with regards to fundamentals. However, I think that their marketing strategy needs a little bit of strength. They need to be focusing on how they're going to get more mass adoption, and how they're going to show the general community that Joystream, individuals on Joystream that join are actually going to get some value, right? That's very, very important. What's the value proposition behind Joystream? Now, plainly speaking, it is a decentralized platform to release media for creators such as myself. As an ambassador of Joystream, I use Joystream to deploy videos, to release videos. I can create my videos as NFTs, which is great. I can sell them as NFTs, which is awesome. It allows me, to generate, some passive income, which is great. But I feel like there needs to be a little bit more interest with that regard. So we need to see a little bit more volume come in, and getting individuals such as myself to be able to sell to a market. Now, of course, I know that the overall crypto space has been coming down, so the interest in crypto in general is quite low, and NFTs, for that matter, still have a sour note for a lot of people. And when they see the words or the concept of NFTs, they look the other way. So I feel like Joystream has a bit of work to do here maybe to re-educate people about what NFTs are, because people still think of them as JPEGs, and in this case it's absolutely not. In this case it's obviously video and many other things that we've been seeing NFT technology be used as. And in addition, the CR token, the tokenization of basically the earnings of a creator such as myself. So for example, if I'm earning on Joystream, you will be able to earn passive income based on my earnings, which is basically profit sharing, which is quite interesting. So if you want to know more, obviously guys, I got links in the description. If you join the Discord, I got some information for you guys. Obviously visit the Joystream website. It could get you fundamentally bullish if you want to look at those deep dives. Obviously there's some information there for you guys, but ultimately what we're looking at is price action. The retracement here is absolutely deep. As you can see, it came down to a very deep retracement, eyeballing it 886 retracement for sure. So for me, this is the time to take risk. Why? Because of obviously buy the dip opportunity. Number one, you're not buying the tops. Obviously you're buying a retracement. Very clearly you're buying a retracement. Now the question is it undervalued? I think it's undervalued. I think Joystream at the current moment, his value proposition is much higher than the actual price that you're paying at the current moment, in my opinion, right? Obviously, a few, implementations of, strategic marketing would be very good. And ultimately getting some eyes into the project would be really good. Using the ambassador program effectively would be great. But ultimately, at the bottom of the range right here, when you're seeing the price settle at this level, this is where we can see a nice reversal. And the reason why I say that is based on the daily. As you can see, we are currently holding a level and we are creating a bit of structure. We're kind of going sideways. We basically are seeing a swing failure pattern. We came down below horizontal, we broke back above the horizontal, we back tested the horizontal to confirm it as support once again, as we have done here, and we are looking to confirm another higher high to change character to the upside. Instead of making lower lows continuously as we have been doing for the last good while, we are finally potentially going to get an expansion phase where we can start breaking previous highs and classifying it as a pivot point, as a higher highs and higher lows. The trend is your friend. This could be the breakout moment where we get out of a descending type of structure. Now all of a sudden we start looking at this and we start saying, well, do we have an opportunity here to buy the dip? And I would say yes, this is the time to take risk. If you are fundamentally bullish on Joystream, when else are you going to take it? This is the question you got to ask yourself. We're making lower lows on the price action, and as we are doing that, we're making higher lows on the momentum in every single way. Momentum, expansion, volatility is pushed up. Now we want to see the actual price action follow through, and once that happens, this is where you're going to get the first proof of life, where we start building a higher high, a change of character in the structure, and then that is where the magic happens. That's where we can start creating big picture pivot points to the upside. And as you can see, we are currently creating a nice expansion to the upside where the EMAs are facing up, green histogram bars, and a nice purple expansion suggesting, the trend is showing a bit of strength to the upside. So guys, this is the time to take risk. Now, is there the change of character as of now? No, we're still making lower lows and lower highs. Could we come down for another lower low? Absolutely. Statistically speaking, guys, the trend is your friend, and so far the trend is lower lows and lower highs. However, as we are building the structure, we have to start building a bit of confidence here into the structure where we can put a stop loss to invalidate our bullish thesis and start building a position for a potential reversal here, because I can see this swing failure pattern giving the bulls a bit of a signal to say, hey, let's get in. We do have a previous high that could act as support. We do have a node of volume here that could act as support. We have the top of the volume gap that could act as support. There's a lot of good indications that this could be the bottom, and as you can see, as we zoom out, we are closer to the bottom than we are to the top. So guess what, guys? Again, DCA, deploy a little bit of capital. Guys, not financial advice, but eventually, as we break trend, as we change character, as we start breaking to the upside, guys, the risk to reward ratio is not as good. So stop losses underneath previous lows, entries right here, TPs right around here to take a bit of profit just in case, and then let the rest ride for the bull run is not a bad idea, because above about 2.7 cents, there's not a lot of volume, guys. There's not a lot of volume, and we can see the price rise all the way back to previous highs. And as the tech, as the project evolves, and that is the Gleave project, which is built a native application built on Joystream, right? That application allows creators such as myself to deploy videos and all that good stuff. As we see the technology and the implementation of Gleave grow and become mature, we could definitely see Joystream as a platform, as a layer one to get things going for other projects to be built on, like Gleave. We could see the price rise much higher. Guys, really, really good, really interesting. If you've been holding all this time, maybe now's the time to deploy a little bit of capital to bring your average cost down. Overall, guys, this is the time. I feel a lot of altcoins are in a very similar spot, trying to prove to the market that they hit their bottom, and why not deploy a little bit of capital for a long-term position to the upside. Guys, if I've offered you any value in this video, do the channel a massive favor, slap the like button. It does really help out with the algorithm. If you want to follow me on the socials, the links are in the description. Better yet, guys, join the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. Guys, I'm going to be live tonight at 7:30 Eastern. If you want to talk about crypto news and price action, that's a great time and place to make those requests on any altcoins that you want me to cover, and I'll be glad to put them in top priority. Take care, guys. Have a good one, and don't forget, buy the dip.